Hello everyone, today we're going to test game streaming with GeForce Now on the Retroid Pocket 5. We're going to run some AAA computer games such as Battlefield 5 and Fortnite on a device that can fit in your pocket. Kind of. We're also going to compare the free version of GeForce Now with a premium account to see if it's worth the money. Just so you're aware, my download speed is around 200 megabits per second, and I'm going to use a timer to count how long it takes to get into a game on the free version and the paid version. So first of all, let's begin by launching the free version of Battlefield 5. We'll start the timer and we'll see how long it takes to get into a game. 20 minutes later and we are now loading into the game, finally. Okay, so it took 21 minutes and 22 seconds to finally get through the queue and be loaded into my Steam client with the Battlefield game ready to launch. Later in the video, we'll compare how long it takes to get into the game with a paid Nvidia account. For now, let's jump into the game and see how it runs. I'm going to join a large server as close to full capacity as possible with good ping. I'm also going to choose Wake Island for both my tests because it reminds me of the old Battlefield 2 days. Let's jump into the game. One thing I would like to do is enable gyro controls, but I don't think it's possible in GeForce Now. If I'm wrong, please let me know. You can see the top right of the screen, we have the FPS counter running at a smooth 60. I just shot my gun once and apparently that won the game. I think I scared the other guys off. One thing I will do is I will change the controller style to Xbox style for this game. I really like how quick and easy that is to do on the Retroid Pocket 5. You can go into the settings and go down to handheld settings, input, controller style and change it there, but it's so nice just to have a little quick menu to toggle it right there. After crashing, it won't let me join another Wake Island server, I don't know why. So here we are in a different map, and let's see how the performance is. Okay, we got a kill, nice. I don't remember the buttons. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't believe I won that because I couldn't remember what any of the buttons were. Anyway, it seems to be running pretty well. I'm very happy with the performance on the free version. The only problem is that 21 minutes and 22 seconds wait time. So now, let's upgrade to the paid version and see how long it takes to get into the game. I just purchased the Priority membership, which is about to be renamed to Performance and upgraded from 1080p to 1440p. The Retroid Pocket 5 is a 1080p 60Hz device. We were able to buy the Ultimate subscription, which is 4K 120 frames per second, but it just wouldn't be worth it for the Retroid Pocket, as the improvements wouldn't even be visible. So for half of the price, $9.99, I went for the Performance upgrade. So now let's see how long it takes to get into a game, and see if we can beat our current record of 22 minutes. So once again, we'll choose Battlefield 5, we'll press play, and we'll see how long it takes now to get into a game. So start the timer. This time there was no queue whatsoever, it just went straight into loading. Before, we were around 90 places in the queue. Now we seem to have skipped the queue completely, and the game is loading. Okay, let's stop the timer. We've finished loading, we're now into our Steam setup within GeForce Now. It took 1 minute and 11 seconds, a cool 21 minutes faster than the free plan. So if you're going to use this service often, I really think it's worth upgrading. $10 a month is not too bad. I think that's even cheaper than Netflix these days, isn't it? If you're only playing games occasionally, maybe once a week, or you have time to spare, then for sure go with the free plan. But to trade a 22-minute wait for a 1-minute wait, if it's something you're doing often, that's really worth $10 in my opinion. You know what they say, time is money, and every 3 times you load up a game, you've just saved an hour. And an hour is probably worth $10 to most people. So let's jump into the game. I'm not expecting there to be any performance differences, as we were already running at a very smooth 60 frames per second, but I will analyze the game to see if it looks any more detailed than before, now that we should be running at 1080p 60 frames per second, and I'm not actually sure what resolution we were running at before because it didn't tell me. Jumping back into the game, it looks very similar as it did before, looks very crispy. I just got wrecked by a plane. Thank you, my friend. I'm just getting sniped by vehicles. Battlefield runs flawlessly on this device. It's just a bit hard to see with the small screen, but it's running really well. It looks crispy, solid 60 frames per second. It's a beautiful experience. But now let's jump into a game that's been requested so many times in the comment section of my channel, and one that we'll be able to compare across different streaming services. So let's jump into Fortnite. Once again, we loaded into the game in less than a minute. It worked very quickly with the Priority plan of GeForce Now. I played Fortnite once the week it came out, and I think I've pretty much never played it again. So again, don't take this video as a showcase of my skill. This is purely a test to see how well it runs on the Retroid Pocket 5. A few days ago, I tried out Fortnite on Android, and it's something that I will be showing soon in an Android AAA game showcase. I can already tell you that the graphics on this are far ahead of the Android version. This looks incredible. So I'm going to jump out once again. I basically have no idea what I'm doing, and it seems like we're frozen. So that's not very good, especially as we're paying for this service. Okay, we loaded back in, so hopefully from now it'll be smooth sailing. I really don't know how to build or how to play this game, so I just hope I'll be able to get a gun and try and shoot somebody. Oh no, I can't aim. Okay, I'm round the back of them, but I can't aim. Well, the game seems to run well. I just cannot aim and don't really know how to play it, but it's very smooth. It'll be hard to see on the camera, but it looks incredible. It looks so nice. So I'm going to include this in my follow-up video where I'm comparing cross-platform games, such as old GameCube games versus their high-definition remasters. I'll include Android games versus the cloud gaming counterparts as well, so look forward to seeing that. So after playing a couple of shooting games and checking that the latency is fine and it runs well, let's now jump into a more cozy game. I personally am a huge fan of cozy games, so now let's jump into Palia. Palia is a very cozy game where the purpose is to run around, mine, farm, and just chill. And it just crashed. So we're having a few issues with crashing so far. All 3 games I've tested so far have had crashing issues. Fortnite managed to redeem itself and come back after freezing for a few seconds. Battlefield 5 crashed me out of the map and then I couldn't reconnect. And now Palia crashed as I tried to open the game. So it's definitely not a crash-free experience. After paying $10 for the service, that's a little bit of a shame. So I wonder if it's the service itself, the Android app, or the Retroid Pocket 5 causing the crashes. We're going to have to test more and see. This time I'm using the touchscreen in case one of the buttons I pushed maybe backed me out of the game. I don't think that's the case, but just to be safe, let's just enter the game using the touchscreen, and then when we're into the game, we'll use the control pad. Palia is a game I've put a ton of hours into on my Steam Deck, so I'm really curious to see how it runs here. Let's go help this guy chop this tree down. Oh, she doesn't need any help, okay? The game looks great, it sounds great, it's running at a smooth 60 or 59 frames per second. The controls are working well. Everything is very playable and looks great. Apart from the few crashes we've had so far, I would say that GeForce Now is working really well on the Retroid Pocket 5. The only issues are of course those crashes, and I do think the subscription is kind of necessary if you don't want to wait 22 minutes. Tomorrow I'll review Xbox Game Pass and compare it to Nvidia GeForce Now, so make sure you subscribe so you can watch that. I hope this video was helpful. Please leave me a like. Share any comments you have about the Retroid Pocket 5, and after watching this video, if you'd like to buy your own Retroid Pocket 5, you can click the affiliate link down in the description. It'll take you to the official Retroid Pocket website, which is where I bought my one. So I hope this video was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video tomorrow. Thank you for watching.